Okay, hey guys, how's it going? This is International Master John Bartholomew, and I am playing the Hourly Bullet Arena on lichess.org. It's an impromptu stream. This tournament is starting in a matter of minutes, as you can see here, 3 minutes. Hopefully people get in. I think they will because I saw that this last Bullet Arena that just ran had 100 plus people. It is currently almost 4:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time, so this tournament's going to fill out. And if you want to watch my stream, you're in the right place. So, how's everyone doing today? Hello, Gwen. Hello, Misael, Martin, Blake, Yarib, Nathan, Flushy, Andrew, Tiago, Kurt, Jordan, Arnaldo, Colin, Colin the mod. Good to see you, Colin. Peter, Samaj, Fred. Everyone's in the chat. Love it. We've got 117 viewers and climbing. I hardly ever record or stream, that is, lichess bullet arenas, so I figured why not today. So we're going to get this thing started in about 2 minutes. I also noticed that my former student, International Master Andrew Tang, is online right now. Maybe he will join in. He's extremely good in bullet, probably better than me. And he recently started a Twitch channel too, so he might be streaming as well, for all I know. So let's see if we can get him involved. He's lurking right there. So get in the tournament, guys. I'm going to put the link in the YouTube chat just so everyone knows where we're at. And yes, this will be fire. This will definitely be fire, this tournament. That's right, Blake. You've got the right idea. I've been playing a lot of bullet recently. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Arnaldo. I pronounced it incorrectly the second time. Someone said the Champions Showdown in St. Louis is going on. You know what? I've been almost completely oblivious to that event. So I'm sorry if I'm cutting into their airtime. I shouldn't be apologizing for that. That's just more options for you, the chess fan. And you can watch this on the archive version too, of course, if you have to leave halfway through. So this is your standard bullet tournament on lichess. It is 27 minutes. 1-0. And yep, there we go. I am Penguin GM1. Andrew Tang is in the mix, sporting a 2647 bullet rating. That's very healthy. So my first game, assuming that I play him, is going to be tough. I got to think what I'm going to do. I know his repertoire very well because I'm his former coach. So let me just brainstorm what I'm going to do against Andrew. Probably whatever I'm going to try to do is just immediately goes out the window. We've got some people in the lichess chat saying they're coming for me, by the way. You can't see that because I have the YouTube chat covering the lichess chat. But What to Flying said, John, I'm coming for you, boy. All right, bring it, man. Let's do it. Final countdown. 10 seconds. You can always late join, too. So if you get this a little bit late, people in the chat can give you the link to the tournament and you can get in. We've got 68 players, and we're playing Penguin GM in the first game. Let's play D4 in this first one. And he plays the QGD almost always. Almost always. And he's very, very fast. I'm playing an innocuous line, by the way. Oh. That was already bad on my part. Let's play A3. And I guess I'll take that. Let's pull this back, just see if we can get a swap. Let's go here. Try to maneuver in. Probably take his bishop on D6 next move. Yeah, let's take that guy. Then we'll take here. Get the knight up. I want to try to go B4, B5 if I can. I feel a bit slow right now. I hope I'm not lagging, but you never know. Let's do this. See if I can take on C6. He says no. Let's go here. Let's go here, try to attack that knight. I want to boot that thing. All right, I'm going to take that. Let's see if he tries to break through. He does. Interesting. Okay, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to go here. It's a bit cowardly, though. I don't know about that decision by me. Maybe rook C7 next, if I can attack F7. I'll try to do so. Well, I'm up time for now. That's a positive. It's a positive thing. Let's go here. You can take on G3. It definitely should not have allowed that. I might be going down in flames now. Oh, I got the fork. Oh, I got to resign. Nice one, Andrew. All right, so we're going to be starting this tournament down to Penguin GM1. We lose the first game. Yeah, my kingside was a little too weak there. I don't like what I did. Okay, Nicola Johnny 2 is the next opponent. I'm going to play a 2 knights version of the French defense. And he takes on e4. Okay. Let's give a check here. So losing that first game does hurt a bit, but it's a long tournament. We can still get back in it, I think. Let's go here. Attack that pawn on c5. Invite a trade on e4. He might just swap. He does. Let's try to pin here. Looking for bishop takes c6. He sidesteps that. Let's see if I can go bishop f4 next. Yeah, let's do that now. Attack that. Queen. Okay, guess I'm going to take. Jump in. Not completely worried about losing this pawn, I guess. Let's see where it brings that bishop. Maybe I can invade with the knight, get the fork, get the rook up to d7 with tempo. Let's play e5. He's got to put that bishop on an awkward square. Like so. Okay, we'll play b3 just so I don't have to worry about the b pawn at all. Let's attack that bishop. And start trying to get some kingside activity. Maybe swing the queen over to f3 so I can target f7. I think that's a good plan. Let's do that. Also, I'm hitting b7 in the process. Very nice. Let's go here. Maybe bishop g5 coming. This is a minefield if you're black. There's so many things you have to worry about. Now I've got the attack on the rook on e7 and the bishop behind it on d8. Just take that guy. Bishop coming back to f6 next move. Now we're just going to invade on the dark squares. Queen h6 coming. Not a single thing black can do about it. We'll get queen g7 mate. How's everyone doing? Good to see everyone in the chat. Hello, FCST fan. Good to see you. I might see you again if you're coming to London this year. Okay, Sub. Sub is the next opponent. I'm actually going to pull the bishop to f5. Not sure I should have played that way. But I am up a pawn right now. And he's pulling his bishop over to g2. So, hey, maybe that works for me. Let's go here. I know he can take on e4, but this still seems pretty good for me. Let's bring this back. I like my position. He's got weaknesses. Maybe knight into f4 coming soon. Probably he'll play d5 now, but I want to get this knight up here. Yeah, knight up to f4, attacking that bishop. Okay, let's play f6. Not sure I really like to play this move, but desperate times. Yeah, he's going to castle queenside. I need to occupy some of these dark squares like d4. I guess he can play... He could have played c5 there, though. And tried to lock out my bishop. That might have been good for him. Okay. Want to keep defending this guy. He takes. Surprising. Parting with the light square bishop. So now I've got two powerful bishops, but can I really hope to attack him further? I'm going to try a5, a4. Look to open this baby up. I want to get at that king. If I were him, I would try to trade the dark square bishops. I think that's his best bet right now. Let's pursue a scorched earth policy on the king side. Yeah, he's probably going to... Well, he's trying to bring a rook over to g1, but I do cover that square with my dark square bishop, so I think he's in big trouble here. In fact, let's just offer a trade, seeing as how it's difficult for him to free himself. Don't play that move. Okay, let's just go here. He has no time left. We're just going to go after that knight on e4. All right, we'll win that game. Back to tournament. We're in 27th place, 115 players. Just check those top standings. Yep, Penguin GM1, 10 points. Broskall, 10 points. Reaper Crew. Got to get some victories. Got to string some victories together. Let's see what we get. Oftentimes white does an early queen b3, but not in this case. Let's play a6, just controlling the b5 square. I think this is smart. Let's do that. And now I'm going to try to play knight d7, go after this pawn. He probably needs to play e4 and open this up. Because otherwise, yeah, he has no play practically. So let's take that pawn. And maybe this now. Attacking the rook, attacking the bishop. I didn't see that coming. That's a good response by him. I think I got to do this. Missed that knight takes b7 was playable. This is getting sharp in a hurry. Let's take here. Hopefully I can pin him. So this move? How does he escape with his bishop? Rook takes c6 coming. Also, his knight is very awkward. So I might be winning material. Don't want to get ahead of myself, but looks to be the case. Penguin GM1 up to 15 points. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the standings, even though it's early. You know what? Let's take here first. Threatening the knight. Because then after the trade, I figure I can win b2. Looks difficult for my opponent. Yeah, he's got to waste time with the knight. We go take that. He takes a6. I take a2. Ooh, actually, I even have that move. Fork on the rook and the knight. That's going to win further material. All right, so he wins. He resigns that. We win that game. Almost on the front page. I have 8 points. I've got the fire now, so getting the bonus for each victory. 349 viewers. Awesome. Let's stick with e4. Hope everyone is doing well on this Wednesday. I know it's a turbulent time, especially here in the U.S. with the result of the election. A lot of people are very emotional about it. I have my own thoughts on it, but I will spare you guys that because it seems like everyone and their mother is posting about it. And this is a chess channel after all, so I hope we don't devolve into intense political conversations. Okay, so I'm attacking right here, and I'm trying for f6, so he's taking some measures to stop that. This looks very bad for him, though, because I'm getting my queen and my knight in awfully fast. Yeah, actually, let's take here. He's got to give up some material. Okay, let's just keep ripping open the lines. Check. I'm getting at this knight. If he plays king f7, I have knight e5. That's curtains right here, and not the Greg Shahadi kind. I'm getting the knight next move unless he sacrifices his queen, which is going to be similarly bad. Here I'm threatening queen f8 mate. This is also going to lead to checkmate in just a second. His only move is there. Okay, so we win that game. Stringing together the victories. I'm up to number 6. So we're going to start getting some even higher rated players, maybe even Penguin GM1, who it looks like he's berserking. Yeah, he's been berserking since that victory over me. He's going to be tough to catch, that Andrew Tang. NISD, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to take that and then play bishop e7, I think. And I possibly... No, he covered the e5 square. I was thinking about playing my knight to e5 after a trade on f3. Let's play bishop g6. I like my bishop here. His queen may have a difficult time finding a decent square. Like now I can go knight c5. Chase him around a little bit. I'm going to do this just to keep his knight out of e5. Granted, he can play b4, though. Not sure how I feel about that move, but let's do this. Looking for a rook to come over to d8. Yeah, he's weak here. He's got weaknesses on the queen side in particular, so I'm trying to make something of this. Maybe I can place my bishop on the long diagonal after that bishop moves. Okay, so he took a measure against that, attacking my queen. Ah, he can just take there. But maybe I can do this. Nah, that's probably too risky. I'm just going to move this over. I want to get b5 in, though. That's my plan. Oop, bishop f6. See, now I'm not sure I want to take his rook, even if I'm allowed. Maybe he'll bring his knight back to c3. Let's go here first and see what comes of this. If he takes, then he runs into problems down the c file. Let's do that. I'm trying to keep the initiative, as opposed to giving up my dark square bishop, which I feel like, since he's in bad time pressure, that's much more unpleasant for him if I keep my dark square bishop. I'm going to do that. Cover the g5 square. Yep, and also the 5th rank, so he just blundered that knight. Let's go here. Let's bring this in. Attack e3. Oh, and we're going to win a lot of material there. Okay, so we win that game. I have 16 points, but I'm well behind the leader. He's at 25 and berserking hard. Capablanca for president. Capo doesn't sound like a bad choice right now. I don't know what his governing experience is, but hey, we've got a guy with 0 governing experience, so I guess that's an acceptable thing these days. Okay, I can take that because that knight is pinned. Let's go here. So I've won a pawn. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Let's go f3. Just trying to open lines towards his king. Bishop f4 looks good, and then I can take on g4 next move. Fast opponent, but I'm up now 3 pawns. 3 pawns and climbing. G4, yeah, let's play G4. Weakening my king slightly, but I'm going to try to overwhelm him in the center and on the king side. Let's go here. So if he takes, I get pressure against F7 is my thought. Now we'll take with the rook. This looks gross for black, really. Let's go here. I know he can check on E1, but I think I'm capable of surviving that. I also have queen F7 in mind at almost any given time. Let's go here. He can't take on B2 because, again, queen F7. He needs to somehow include his queen, but that's tough because if queen C2, queen F7. So it's tough for him to find a move right now. I don't want to overuse. Oh, that's a good move, though. Yeah, he found a very good move. Didn't see that discovery. Let's do this. Okay. I'm trying to keep pieces on board, if possible, but it's tricky. Let's check here. Trying to shut out his pieces. So maybe now I can take on D6 next move. Looks good. Queen E5 coming. Oh, and I get this check. Pick up the queen. All right, so we'll win that game. 13.5 minutes left, but again, a ton of ground I got to make up. Jedin, taking out Jedin would be a good goal. Did Andrew just withdraw? He scored 30 points and then he's out? Say it ain't so. Your boy Agent. I think your boy Agent is a streamer, so hello to you if so, or even if not so. So we've got a mainline Slav. I'll play bishop f5, and then I'm going to go e6 next move and bring the bishop out to b4. This is the so-called Dutch variation, one of the main lines in the Slav. Let's offer a trade here. Okay, I'm going to put the queen on e7. I'm going to go knight b6 and see how he reacts to that. Bring this up here. The pawn on f4 is annoying, but maybe I can get counterplay. We'll find out. Let's do this. So I'm trying to attack e3. Trying to especially get that. I think I can play b5. He can't take because his rook on a1 would hang. So, nice response, though. Then he gets a5 in, perhaps. It's a little bit irritating. I think I can take that. Let's go here. If he plays this, I can maybe go rook a1. Maybe back here. I don't think that accomplished much. My pawn sacrifice right there. All right, so at least I get to take this guy. I've seen worse sacrifices. Let's bring this rook in. Let's go here. He can just take it. Yeah, I can't take back due to back rank checkmate. That was awful. Awful, awful. Your boy Agent currently beating me. Hope he takes on e2. So I want knight e2, but he's probably not going to let me have that. Oh, I just dropped my rook too. Ooh, that was a bad game. Well, nice game by your boy Agent. Bad game by me. Let's get back to that tournament. That one kills me. Streak gone. I'm in 5th place. Gonna be a lot of uphill ground to make up with 11.5 minutes left. Okay, Kid Cutter. Let's play d6 in anticipation of him attacking e5. I think now playing d5 is all right. Just stop him from going d5. Let's castle. Okay. Whoa, meant to play a6 there. That was my bad. Pull this back. He's probably going to sink his knight into e5 like that. Let's bring our knight into e4. That looks good. Now I'd like to play for f6. Whoa, sacrifice there by him and then give up the queen. Not sure what that was about. I'll take it. Yeah, rook takes e4 just came out of nowhere. I was a little worried about knight g4 in that position, attacking the bishop on h6. How's it going, Vincent? Thanks for tuning into the stream. Absence. Let's play g6, move 1. Playing the Gurganidze. Get the pawn up to d5. Okay, let's go knight h6. get ready to castle. So you try to undermine the center now with f6. This is the idea. And then knight here. So I finally got him to take. That's good news. Let's go knight d6. Maybe bring the knight all the way up to f5. My development's a little wonky here, but for a bullet game, it's probably fine. He takes, actually. So now I have the two bishops. This bishop on g7 is not so good, though, and debatable what my knight is doing on a6 as well. So let's not get too excited. I'm going to avoid this trade. I know that c3 is kind of weak for him, but I'm still going to avoid that trade for the time being. Okay, so now it's looking like we're going to get a trade down the file. And we're going for an endgame. I don't mind this endgame. I think I have chances here. Let's try to get the knight into c4 first and foremost. Actually, no. Let's wait for a moment on that. See what we can do, if anything. Encourage him to make weaknesses for now. Maybe bishop into c2. Try to cramp him further. This bishop's not doing much, so... Okay, let's go here. He seems content to just trade everything. I'm going to try to walk my king in next. Like that. Let's go h4. Break up his pawns. I know he could take on c4, but this ought to be good for me. Bring the king up. Next, I'm going to just go win his f-pawn, essentially. And this is a winning endgame. Winning pawn endgame. Not much more to be done for him. And checkmate coming on g2. Okay, so we win that game. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left. I'm in 4th place. Penguin is out. Very lame, Andrew. Just take all the points and then withdraw. Berserk a few times. Okay, Karpov's Putzfrau, which I think is... Oh, I meant to take that pawn. That was my mistake. I think that's Karpov's maid, as I recall. Karpov's Putzfrau is the opponent. Let's go here. I'm going to expand. We got a funky opening already. Let's take that guy. Go here. Try to threaten to take this bishop at a moment's notice. Dropped e4. That was a bad move on my part. He can take it with the bishop. But he does not. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go back. If d4, I have bishop g5, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, let's take like so. Well, it's castle queenside now. So there's been some liquidation. Not sure who's better here. Okay, I can do this now. That's a nice tactic because of knight e7. Now he's probably going to attack me using his a pawn perhaps, but I do have rook takes a5 if ever he does that. So let's just centralize for the time being. Play like that. Let's advance on the king side, shall we? Trying to get h6 going. Now these trades should be good. I guess I am letting him win a pawn here, but maybe okay. Got to get going with these pawns. Got to hurry up with these guys. Oh, that was a mistake on my part. Now it's going to be tricky. I'm not sure who's better here because it's going to come down to whose king is more safe. Oh, move fast, John. Oh, boy. Oh, I lose. I'm too slow. Good game, Karpovs. He's in first now. Okay, so that one hurts. Now we're facing the elephant gambit. I'm going to play queen e2, try to attack the pawn on e4. This is all theory as far as I remember. Let's take that. Let's pull this back. I think this could be the way to try to unwind against this opening. Let's go here. I'm going to play this. I guess he has bishop b4, but I can go bishop d2. And then hopefully castle next move, like so. Now I'm going to check and play knight g5. This should be very bad for him. Knight f7, also queen h5 coming. Two principal ideas. And I might be able to pull off a typical checkmate. If h6, I can go here. And if he takes it, you pull the queen back to h5. It's a nice idea. I think here his only way to avert mate is, you know, like bishop takes h2 or queen takes g5. Some temporary sacrifice like that. Yeah, so he's going to go for the queen captures route. But this is too much material, of course. Just do that. Now he has to play bishop d7. Just up too much. Queen f7 coming next if he lets me. Let's just play g3. Get rid of any back rank business. We'll go h4 next move. I'm going to go here. Actually try to win f5. Now we're threatening mate on h7, so he pretty much has to swap. Oh, that was a mistake on my part. I meant to play queen e6. So I'm slipping a lot here. Fortunately, I'm up a boatload of time. Take that free rook. Okay, so we win that game after some struggles. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. Karpaz puts Fra again. Let's play a Sicilian this time around. Let's go d3. I'm going to decline that pawn. Play knight c6. Put the bishop on e7. He's going for an aggressive plan. He's castling queenside. An interesting plan. Let's go a6. What if he's going to do something with knight d5? Yeah, there he goes. I think I'm just going to pull this back. I know this is maybe not the optimal way to defend against his idea, but I'm going with it nonetheless. Really? Okay, well, I got to try to refute this. Let's take like that. And then we're going to defend that guy. Not sure what's going on here. This is going to get odd. Already is very odd. So let's do that. Idea knight g6. That seems like a good defensive move. I'm also hitting his bishop on d3. So what is he to do? Let's take like that. We'll take here. Now we're going to go here. He can check on h8, but I don't think it does much. Really. Let's bail out with the king, though, for now. Go attack his bishop. I guess we're going to go here. Trying to defend for now. Let's bring this back. Oh, I got him on time. Sorry, Karpaz Putzfra. A bit of a payback for last game. I was on the verge of getting checkmated right there. I panicked when he started accumulating mate threats. NISD is the next opponent. Could be the last opponent. Actually, almost certainly will be. Let's play an open Sicilian. I'm not in the top 5. At least I can try to crack Penguin GM score. That would be a good goal. Despite the fact that he withdrew halfway through. So I'm trying to win as fast as possible against my opponent right here. It's the only way to do it. Take, and then take on e7 and go win g7 after that. That is the big goal. I wonder if a capture on b5 could be good here. I'm going to try it, even though I'm certainly flirting with some dangerous territory like so. Let's go c4. Just attacking the bishop. Thing is, my queen side is pretty darn weak. So I wonder if he could exploit that somehow. I also have rook fa1, or rook af1 coming, attacking f7. Okay, so he takes there. Probably should run to this square, I'm guessing. I know he can take on e3 now, but my king's going to... Or take on g2, rather. My king's going to come up to e3. Oh, I can't go there. That's annoying. So now there's probably going to be some trades. Oh, but no, don't do that. Don't do that, John. You have bishop takes d7 or queen takes c5 if he plays that way. I think I can play this move. This game is not going to count. But, yeah, this is looking good for me. Messy tactical game. Very messy. And we win. Okay. So back to tournament. Tournament is over. Jedin94 was the winner with 44 points. This player had a really good tournament, in fact. They only lost one game. Let's just click on their statistics just to see. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yup. Yeah, they only lost to GM Arca 50. Karpov's Putzfra, congrats on your second place finish. Lost a few games right at the end. Yeah, that hurt them. They lost to Jedin94 straight up. We got a Grandmaster in the mix. That's nice. And your boy Agent had a good tournament too. So I finished down here in 8th place. I don't think you guys can see that. Didn't make the podium. Yeah, a bit of a weak result for me. I lost 17 rating points. That first game against Penguin GM, that was a wild affair. He got me on the king side. He was able to generate some nice kingside play and eventually forked my king and queen with knight e2 check. Just tell people GG's. So a strong bullet arena, 192 players. These lichess tournaments are just getting more and more populated. I remember when I first started recording these tournaments, they would sometimes get over 50, but in the early stages of the popularity of lichess, let's say, yeah, these tournaments were not nearly as well attended as they are now. No luck involved MS Sim. I just didn't play well in key games in that one. Trying to play more lively openings and such, though. What's next? I don't have time to play another tournament, unfortunately. Actually, maybe I do. Should I go for another one, guys? Let's go for one more. I actually do have time to play one more. Assuming that there's a tournament going on, like, right now. Hourly Classical, you know what? Let's do it. Let's get in there. I'm going to put the link in the YouTube chat. It starts in 20 seconds. Why not, right? So if you have a lichess account, get in on this. Even if you never play Bullet, you can just say that you took part in one of these historic tournaments. I don't know why they're historic. I guess everything is historic, right? All right, so Reaper Crew, first game. Let's stick with e4. I can tell I'm really slow right now. I think streaming has something to do with that. I tend to lag when I stream, but I'm not going to pin it on that. I think it's mostly just me. The culprit is maybe 25% the lag from the stream and 75% me. Okay, let's take with a pawn. I think I'm going to castle short here. I was thinking for a second about castling long, but I think short is the way to go. Now knight d5 is definitely an idea, but let's hide our king first. Yeah, like I'm going to do this, similar to what Karpov's Putzfra did against me. Takes with the knight, so he can't take back with his c-pawn. That's the unfortunate thing, and he just let me take that bishop. He didn't notice that his bishop was hanging. All right, so off to a fast start here. Euler Fermat Mott. Euler Fermat Mott, which I think is an homage to a famous mathematician. Two famous mathematicians. He said he likes the stream, so thank you for that. Okay, Sarm is the next opponent, playing a Scandi, trying to attack d4. Let's play bishop g4, attacking that knight. And bring out the guns to train them on d4. Let's give a check here. I'm going to play queen b4. Keep the tension for a moment and see what he does. Usually they wind up pushing d5 in these scenarios. But he decides to take. Okay, so now maximum pressure on d2. Let's see if that amounts to anything tangible. Take. Yeah, let's take here first, and then we're going to play knight takes e5. I could have just taken on d2 on the previous move. That was winning a piece, wasn't it? So, a little bit of a mistake by me. Yeah, I have to take here. I was thinking bishop g4 check for a second was going to hurt me, but that's not the case. Okay, so we're both developing. c4 was hanging. Maybe I could have taken that on the previous move because it did defend f7. A bit of a miss that I didn't play bishop takes d2, even though I was commenting on the fact that I had all that pressure going. Trying to hide my king now because he is going to come up with some sort of attacking idea, I'm quite sure. A queen trade would be good here because I'm up a pawn, so I'm actively pursuing that. Let's play... Gotta be a little careful here, don't I? Let's go c6. Trying to keep something out of b5 and also defend c7. So I think that's an appropriate defensive move. Let's go knight back now. He's using a lot of time, and so am I, but he's using more than I am. Still looking for that queen trade, which I'm certain he does not want. He just doesn't have any time anymore. Okay, so we win that game. Who's in this tournament? We've got 106 players. Head ISB agent. That is my student, Alan. Hello to you, Alan. I'm sure you're watching right now. Saibu won. You know what? Let's berserk this game. Let's make this interesting. Berserking for the weekend. He's choosing a really defensive setup. So I'm trying to throw my pieces at him. Trying to break through as soon as possible. Let's take here. Let's play the bishop out. Just trying to hack away. Castle queenside coming next. Okay. Let's do that. Let's take here. Take like that. If he takes, I'm going to take with the king to keep my bishop defended. Ooh, and he didn't notice the hanging rook. I like that. Let's go here. Now I'm going to win f5 next if I can. Gotta watch that time, though. I'm still down on time. Let's take aim against that knight on c6. That looks difficult to deal with if you're black. Trying to get that knight on c6. Let's go here. Try not to get mated in the process, like queen takes b2. Untimely queen takes b2. And now he's all pinned up. He can barely move here. Rook e7, rook e8. That's going to do it if I get it in. Let's pre-move that. Okay, checkmate. The first Berserk game that I actually have for this tournament, and last tournament. We'll take that victory. A bit weaker at the top here. It's still early, though, so there might be some players who are... Yeah, like Karpaz puts Fraz in again. He just is a little lower in the standings, but he'll be moving up quick. You know what? I'm not going to Berserk this game. I'm going to play this game straight up. I just don't think I have the speed right now to do it. You got to be honest about your own strengths and weaknesses. Okay, let's go here. Put the knight on f6. I think I'm going to send this bishop to b4 too. Just pin him up. Just to annoy him in the slightest. Attack d4. Now I've got 3 pieces trained on d4. He probably has to play bishop e3 to defend. He chooses that, though, but now he loses a key pawn. Okay, I wish I could play bishop f2 there, but that's not working. So he's going to get my dark square bishop, but I do get an attack on a3, down the a file. Ooh, was his rook hanging on b1? I think my bishop could have taken it. I didn't see that. Okay, let's go here. Up 2 pawns. Let's go here, maybe some knight e3 or knight takes c3 ideas. Ooh, and he just slipped right there. Almost certainly meant to take my knight on d4. Okay, and he resigns, back to tournament. Yeah, so for those who don't know, Berserking enables you to get an extra point in the tournament if you win your game. However, you lose half your time to start. So normally you start with 1 minute in these 1-minute tournaments. In that game that I berserked, I started with 30 seconds. So you have your time in the hopes of gambling and getting a win. Okay, this guy's berserking. I'm not going to play his game. I'm just going to try to beat him here with the berserk. He takes with the bishop. I can take that. Let's take here. Okay. Let's castle now. He's got to get some stuff firing towards my king, I think. Let's see if he does or not. Let's go here. Just block that bishop for the time being. I know he can take b7, but I'm not extremely worried about that for now. Let's just go here. He is threatening bishop g5, so let's attend to that. Okay, let's go here. I'm looking for queen f3, which I think I get in now. And now queen h1 is coming. Nothing he can do about it, except get mated in a different way. Or do that, which is also not going to help. I guess he can play f3 now. I probably should have taken with the bishop, technically. Let's go do this. Okay, win that game. So 17 points. Lots of players hot on my tail, though, including Karpov's Putzfrau. This is an important game. Let's try to win it. I'm going to play a Gioco Pianissimo. He's going with the attack. You can tell. Straight off the bat. I think I've gotten mated by him in similar fashion before, so let's try not to let that happen this time around. This is going to be sharp. Really? Okay, I can't resist. I got to take in that case. Let's go here. Let's attack that queen, right? Queen takes f2. I know you can play, but I'm going to hide here, is my idea. That's the big idea. I'm attacking f7 as well, so I got to believe that this is going to be very, very good for us, for me. Let's do that. Take that. I'm going to go here. He needs to get his knight over is what he needs to do. But I'm attacking g7 now, so this is going to be tough for him. Let's bring this back. Bring this over. Now I'm going to play knight g5 next move. I think he's going to try to get his knight to f5. Yeah, but now he's down too much material. Okay, so yeah, I distinctly remember getting checkmated by Karpov's Putzfrau in a similar sort of attack where he just thrust all his pieces at me on the king side and even sacrificed a bishop in very similar fashion with bishop h3. And it's one of those sacrifices, you know it's not good. It can't be good. But when you have only seconds to figure it out, anything is possible. Okay, let's play c5 next, attack that center. Go here. Play e5, trying to get bishop takes c5 in. Now I like my center. I've got these two nice pawns. He does have the pin on the knight, but that's going to be gone soon after I castle now. Let's actually keep this knight. Now I'm threatening to trap his bishop. a6, and then after bishop d3, we get in e4. Very important. Which I think he's now realizing. So he's just going to allow me to take that. So up a piece. Let's pull this back. Bring the knight back to c6. I think I'm going to try for d4 next move. Open up the center. 16 minutes and change remaining. Absence has 20 points. So he's going to be hot on my tail. Let's take. Now I've got bishop d3 coming with the skewer. Take that. Let's go here. Bring the queen all the way in. Maybe en route to e4. Yeah, let's play this. And if queen g3, I have queen g4, forcing a trade of queens. Let's go here, pin him up. Knight e4 coming. Further capitalize on the pin. c3 attacked, d2 attacked, and he resigns. Okay, so 25 points. Absence just lost a game, so that's nice for my standings. He doesn't have the fire anymore. He's not streaking. How's it going, Padone Rosso? Good to see you. And Kazi as well. And Anton. Can't forget about both of you. Okay, Mark Renton 87. Let's see what happens in this game. I'm going to go for a queenside fianchetto. And maybe, just maybe, throw this h-pawn down the board. And see what happens. He played knight h4 in anticipation of me playing h4, and I didn't do it. That was funny. Okay, let's go e5. Now I'm going to try to sink this knight into e5, and he's got issues here and here. I think almost certainly. Check. Yeah, let's make that king move. Ooh, and I win the bishop too. Now if he takes on e4, I take back and I actually win his rook on h1. So he couldn't do that. Okay, this is great for me. Knight here. I'm going to try to play knight b4 next move. Check. And we win the rook in the corner if he takes. I'm going to get this other knight in. I have a feeling he's going to go to f1 this time. Nope, he stays on the queen side. So let's try to attack. Knight c4 would threaten knight takes d6, but he doesn't do it. This is a awful, awful position for white. There's almost nothing he can do. I still have to win the game, though. So let's not get too excited. I'm going to check him a couple times just to annoy him. Let's put the bishop here. Let's check him again. Okay, finally he goes that direction. So I'm going to do this, looking for queen h3 as a plan. Okay, let's go here. Just don't want to lose my queen somehow. All right, I'll take. It's taking me a lot longer to win this game than I would like, but let's pull this back. I'm going to guard. I know his knight was hanging, but his knight is so bad I almost don't want to take it. Let's not get mated. Rook g8. I'm covering h8, so I can allow rook h8 there. Also, I have g7. All right, so it took a while to win that one. I probably messed around more than I should have. But most importantly, we win the game. Absence took another loss, so he's at 20 points. I'm avoiding some of the big guns. I wonder where they are. Yeah, Karpov's Putzfrau's been struggling. Samij H looks like he late joined, so it might be a little while. Yahim, 1994. Alekhine's defense. Let's play a four pawns attack, shall we? Get some theory going here. Bishop e3 is the move. Now bishop f5 is usually played. Play bishop e2. And a very early undermining from black, f6. Why don't I check? Let's see how check turns out. And then maybe even queen g4 after he blocks. I'm just curious how he's going to deal with that attack. He plays his king out, but I'm happy to see that because now I feel like his king is permanently exposed. Maybe now knight g5. What are you going to do about that? And bombs away on e6. Yeah. Which way to take now? Probably the queen. I'm going to take here. I know e3 is loose, but I think with his king in the center, he's got to be going down in flames somehow. Check. How, though? Okay, now I can take on c4 after I take like that. Yeah, so go collect this. Importantly, he cannot castle. He's already moved his king, so he cannot castle queenside and escape. Let's do that. Let's play the knight in here. So his king is just a permanent question mark in this position. Even though he's down in material, he's trying his best to trade because he probably knows that with his position being so unstable, that's about his best shot. Ooh, now we win that. Check. Let's check here. Let's check again. Let's check here. And here's Ein. Okay. I don't think black should play f6 that early. I think playing f6 so early in that setup is a mistake. How's it going, Dan? Maiden 8 is the next opponent. We're going open Sicilian. I'm going to play c4 here because that move order that black just used is unusual. I want to see if I can take advantage of that. Maybe take advantage is not the right word because the way this is playing out, it's just, it's like a, I'm going to do this again. This is like a Meraxi setup where black has stumbled into it via a very strange move order. Let's take here. Now I'm going to go e5 and try to put the bishop on f3 next move. Maybe I should preserve my dark square bishop, though. Let's do that. Let's play bishop here. Knight f5 is another idea I have in mind. But now I can get the knight into d6, and then he'll be forced to move the queen, whereupon I take on d5. Yeah, and this just comes crashing down for black. Check. He's going to get mated here. Check. And checkmate. Okay, so move orders are important in the Sicilian, and knight c6 followed by a6 looks a little odd to me. Actually, the way it played out was fine for him, but I wouldn't do it like that if I were him. Varinius is the next opponent. Let's play a King's Indian attack. I'm going to go e5 here. Then play g3. Brings the bishop back, okay. So maybe we're transposing into some known waters. Yeah, this is one of the principal variations. Usually he goes b4 now. And I'll play a3. There's a famous Fischer game. Fischer versus Mieg Masharin, I think, from this position. Let's do that. Let's see how he reacts. This is actually completely unsound. I don't know why I played that. I'm trying to get his rook on b8, but the way I did that was not smart. Yeah, he can take there now. All right, let's take and try to attack. That's all we can do. I have some compensation here. All his pieces are on the back rank, so that's got to be of some concern to him. Let's go here. Knight takes d4 is an idea now. Let's bring this over. Ooh, this is a nice move to get in. A very nice move, I think. He can't take because he's pinned laterally. Not sure I should have allowed that capture, though. Now he can take here. Let's do this. He's trying to bring his knight over for defensive purposes. We got to try to trade that guy. Oh, nice move. Very nice move. He picks up the rook. Ouch. That hurts. Did not notice that. Yeah, I didn't notice that at all. Oh, but then he blunders his queen. Unbelievable. We've got a chance here to win. Definitely a chance. Let's just not get checkmated. John, you're so slow. Oh, okay, I won that. I was really worried my mouse speed would catch up to me there, or lack of speed. That was a nice tactic, queen d1, picking up the loose rook on h5. Gotta watch those undefended pieces, guys. You know this from me just beating that into your brain constantly. Okay, so this is a setup I like to play. Bringing the knight to e7, keeping the pathway for the dark square bishop open. I think very important. How do I not get checkmated in this position? Let's ponder that for a moment. Okay, I think I gotta go rook e8. Uh-oh, this looks bad. This looks like trouble for me. Okay, I'm gonna try to take here and do something wild, but I'm just getting blitzed out of the opening right now. Yeah, this is not good. Okay, I guess I'll play that. In the absence of anything else to do. Attacking his dark square bishop. I guess we're going to take here. Yeah, I'm down a lot of material now, though. I don't think the ragged amount of pawns that I'm picking up are going to make up for this. Let's go here. Try to entrench that knight in if he plays, yeah, like that. Like, at least I can do this. He can play b3 maybe and undermine. I do have some pawns, though. Like, I know I'm picking up a few more pawns than I probably deserve. Let's bring this back. Want to avoid getting checkmated, of course. I don't know if my last move was very good. Okay, I guess I gotta go here. Didn't realize my knight would be hanging. I only have, yeah, this is not very much. Okay, now I'm threatening knight takes h3 at least. Ooh, and he walked into that. Now I've got a serious chance. Let's bring this guy up. He's got to waste time addressing this. He's going to go for checks. And we won. Okay. Whew. That was quite an escape. That was a bigger escape than the last game. Because the last game, or the game where I dropped the rook, he won my rook really late in the contest, whereas that one, I just got killed out of the opening. That's actually an attacking scheme I've warned about before in a recent video, but I didn't heed my own warning. So I'm playing this Gurgenidze variation again. Let's play here. Try to attack e5. He's going to let me take, so I'll do it. Let's play the bishop out. Play queen here. Attack that pawn on b2. Now maybe bishop here, so pressure against this and also e5. Like if I take, he can't take with the queen because I have this move. Very important. Let's bring this back. I'm hitting the rook on a1. Now I can expand with my pawns. Okay, so up a pawn with a powerful center as well. I'll take it. Try to get this knight to f5, I think. This is a nice way to play this position. Well, let's take that. Why not? Then I'm going to go here, attacking his queen, also attacking f2, and he didn't notice the hanging queen. So we're going to beat Smashing Lad. We've got 3 minutes and 37 seconds left in the tournament, and I'm way ahead of the field, so this is looking excellent for us. Had some close shaves this tournament, but yeah, I just haven't been facing high-rated players that would give me a great deal of trouble. Uh-oh, I see people getting banned in the chat. Play nicely, people. Varanius again. Let's play this same King's Indian attack. Let's go e5 again. I didn't mind the way that this turned out, so let's play it once more. Try to get the attack going against his king. Ooh, I think he's got to be careful the way that this plays out. Take. All right, I'm just going to go for the pawn. Get the pawn back. Not quite sure if this is the best way of going about it, but it does get the pawn back, like I said. Bishop takes d5 is now a threat. I think I'm going to have pressure against e6, like so. Now I'm going to win that pawn. He can't advance it because he loses the bishop on d7. So he needs to prepare for the inevitable, me taking here. Let's go here, attack that d5 pawn. He can pin me, but I'll just play king f1 in that case. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm up a pawn, but he is gaining some counterplay. Let's do this, and I'm going to try to take c5, if possible. Well, now I might win b7, so this could be good. He's going to try to bring the rook into b2, which makes sense, but I have this move as a defense. Really, I think I can just take that. Yeah, and there's not going to be any tricks, I don't think. We can just approach his bishop and take. Okay, so we win that game. A minute 30 left. I think Anton is trying to rein in the inevitable Trump spam. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. And by the way, I don't give any special instructions to the mods or anything. I just let them kind of rule by common sense. So just play nicely and you won't get banned from the chat. I don't want anyone to get banned for a reason that is not legitimate, but chances are if you're spamming the chat, you're going to get banned or put in a timeout. Okay, let's go e4 here. Try to attack in the center. Let's take here. I was thinking about taking with the knight too, but I think this is good as well. a6. Guess I'm gonna go here. h4 was hanging there, so it would have been nice to take. Whoa, this guy's really high rated. I didn't even notice this player's rating, but 12-10. 12-teen. Let's go here. I'm going to do this. I know he can take on d5. I'm hoping that this operation actually works out okay for me, though. I think I have some compensation. Bishop takes f5 ideas in mind. Maybe it's not working, though. Rook e4. Ooh, he dropped this bishop. That's good for me. Knight f3, yep. But he's going to lose f5, I think, which is the most important thing. Take it, John. Let's bring this back. Okay, so now we get these pieces off the board. Let's get this pawn going. I had bishop d5 right there. Oh, he took it. Wow. Didn't think he was going to take that. Okay, now I can trap his knight like I just did. It's so slow, though. Yeah, okay. I had a feeling I wasn't going to win that one somehow, but I will take it. That game didn't even count for the tournament, and we win the tournament. Okay, so 14 games played by me, and I got a perfect score. Some very close calls in those games. And I got to build up my mouse speed again. I think that's going to be crucial for me as I play more and more bullet. It really depends on the side I'm playing on. Like, sometimes I feel I'm fastest on ICC or lichess. Sometimes I have days like this where it seems like I'm just always a little bit lagging behind. But it's totally dependent on how often I'm playing. If I'm in the bullet mode, I can play pretty quick. Not as fast as some people, but... No, I don't think I'm sick. So if I look pale, it's just because I'm extremely white. Yeah, Peacemaker, you must have missed these tournaments. I just played 2 tournaments, just wrapped up. I'm going to cut this stream anyways, guys, because I got to leave. So thank you to those who tuned in. Sorry if people were bombarding the chat and making it unreadable, but hey, it happens. I would play more. I got to run. But you guys might notice that I am streaming more often lately, so I'm trying to make this a thing. All right, guys. Well, enjoy your evening or day wherever you're at, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.